Kalau dulu kan orang selalu buat satay sendiri kan. So I said there is opportunity. Kita manufacture, kita supply back. We put in like automation lah.
In the 90s?
In the 90s, yes.
Terror lah, very visionary.
Because tak boleh lah. When I first started, I do everything, not just satay actually. Satu orang, yeah.
Penat tak?
I always believe that if you want to succeed, you got to put in the effort. My mindset from the very beginning, satay is not just hawker punya food. There are many ways of showcasing it. For us, it's always been to bring this Malay traditional street food overseas to showcase this.
Keep It Coming dalam musim kedua ni kita bicarakan tentang dunia perniagaan di mana mereka yang menceburi bidang perniagaan ni selalunya nak mencari keuntungan tetapi ada ributnya, ada taufan dan mereka ni terpaksa berjuang untuk terus memastikan perniagaan itu terus kekal, betul? Dan bersama dengan kita pada kali ini ialah seorang yang telah pun menceburi bidang ini selama 28 tahun. Kita bersama dengan Samsiah Suliman dari Jumain Sataysfaction. Kita nak tahu sebelum beliau menjadi millionaire ni dalam dunia perniagaan ni, dulu masa mula-mula ni, dulu Samsiah ni bekerja sebagai apa? Sebelum jadi ahli niaga ni.
I work in various job. I work as a computer technician dekat Ngien Polytechnic dulu, computer center. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then?
So I've gone through a lot of sales punya side lah, oil seal punya.
Oil seal maknanya it's a male dominated punya.
Yeah. I work in that area. I've worked in semiconductor, various job scope. Also I work as a passenger service punya itu dekat Changi Airport also before.
Dan macam-macam kerja.
Dan macam-macam kerja lah.
Tapi dulu semua sebagai pekerja kan. Macam mana boleh timbul nak menjadi seorang ahli niaga pula ni?
I always call myself fortuitous entrepreneur kan. My husband side of the family consider kalau for him is the third generation lah. Dia punya arwah yai kan in 1910 came down to Singapore. So bila dia start selling satay kan dekat Arab Street dulu, then after that he move on to Changi area. So having 15 children, I think it is the punya
cari makan
dia lah. So out of 15 children, so only my mother-in-law actually is pick up the business.
Oh, okay.
Untuk jual satay. The thing is, bila my parents-in-law don't want to do, I yang kata lah, cakap, we can do this and I see there is opportunity in supplying satay. Kalau dulu kan orang selalu buat satay sendiri kan,
betul orang jual
sendiri kan. So I said there is opportunity to kita manufacture, kita supply back.
Adakah ini datang dari pengalaman anda sebagai seorang salesperson, daripada seorang technician? Awak tahu tentang supply dengan demand juga?
Yeah, it all boils down to that. And my love for satay lah. I've always loved satay. So I think it's a very good recipe. Sayang kan kalau kita just leave it like that. So from then on, I kena belajar lah daripada my mak mertua kan. Macam nak potong daging, macam mana nak rempah satay.
Back to basic. Satu benda tentang satay pun tak tahu. Tapi idea, konsep tu ada.
Semangat ada.
Kira otak bergeliga lah. Okay.
But I have to learn to do everything. Nak potong daging, nak buang dia punya lemak, dia punya urat semua kan. So I did all that. And kan biasa kalau orang dulu kalau masak kan, satu senduk ni, satu senduk tu. So I have to put it into measurement tau.
Jadi you taruh semua konsep masak, bikin buat satay your mother-in-law ni dalam satu sistem. Sebab you senang ingat ataupun sebab kalau aku campur-campur sendiri macam dia, takut tak sedap. Which one is it?
Because we want consistency.
Okay. So this is, adakah ini merupakan satu pengalaman yang awak cedok daripada you punya life as an engineer?
Yeah, absolutely. Because when I used to work macam semiconductor, so that's always a system. So walaupun kita pengusaha makanan street food lah, satay, tapi I feel there's always way to improve. There are ways to improve.
Betul.
And for myself also, timing is very important. Every day I try to better myself. To me, if it takes me 15 minutes, tomorrow can I improve further?
So very driven lah.
Yeah, I always challenge myself. Padahal dulu pekerja seorang aja sendiri kan. Macam gitulah.
Very good lah. Maybe I should learn from you. But jadi first dekat dapur sendiri.
Dekat dapur sendiri.
Potong, masak, belah sendiri. Kemudian the administration. What are the other challenges that you faced?
Okay. We put in like automation lah sikit, walaupun at that time itu mesin untuk potong daging.
In the 90s?
In the 90s, yes.
You dah plan automation?
Yes, slicing. I go and find the machine that can slice. Kalau daging kalau you lembu tu macam gitu kan. Jadi you kena buang dengan lemak, tetel ni semua you kena buang urat-urat sebab kalau tidak sate tu keras. So you cut into itu bigger size, then you need to slice it and this machine helps to slice.
Jadi senang untuk
Senang
potong.
sikit untuk
Do you have to
permudahkan.
cut some more lepas tu?
Tak payah.
Tak payah.
So you kena rempah. So rempah mesin lah. Kalau sendiri kan, rempah pakai tangan, that's where macam bodybuilder lah sikit kan. You will not be able to do more.
Let's take a step back. Saya nak tanya, apa yang buat sate itu sedap? What makes yours different?
I shared before that dia punya recipe kan daripada grandfather punya, and I did not change anything except for the sugar and salt content. Yang lain I still do as what my mother-in-law teach, which means that macam ketumbar jintan tu semua I kena sangar dulu, dah tu kisap. Sekarang actually banyak orang shortcut. Macam diorang cakap macam ambil rempah lah ketumbar jintan ni, they just buy like powder punya yang dah itu. But powder pun banyak level tau, banyak grade, and that's where the potency kurang lah. Sebab
jadi,
itu kita masih sangat.
You buat sendiri?
Buat sendiri. A lot more work, but the punya outcome is
kalau I make that rough comparison, yang pasang siap punya dengan buat sendiri, beza dia berapa peratus?
Kalau you take macam you cakap rempah yang dah pasang siap yang level bawah, tak adalah, tak ada power lah.
Dia macam tak rasa lah.
Tak rasa lah.
Tak sedap lah. Macam itulah, okey.
Okay, bear in mind kalau kita punya sate, kita tak taruh MSG tau. Kita no MSG at all. So, we must make sure that kita punya ingredients that we put in are of quality.
Okey. Jadi pada tahun 1994 macam yang mula-mulakan, how many hours do you put into the business?
Wow, many hours. Sebab itu tak tahu hari siang ke malam ke, keluar pagi, dah tu balik malam.
How many years before it took off?
Kita 1994 kita operasi dekat 600 square feet factory. And dulu kita masak kuah sate, kita pakai kuali besar tu. And masih nak kena itu for 4 hours, you got to make sure that dia punya kuah sate tu tak angin and all that. So that is the thing. In 2001 we moved to a 2000 square feet factory.
Wow.
Yeah. So kita move, it's slightly bigger, and we also work with a machine engineering company to come out with a satay skewering machine, because we felt that manpower susah, especially when during peak period, masa hari raya ke apa kan, kita punya staff dulu pun ada bisnes sendirilah. Bila hari raya comes, hari raya
sideline.
Jual kuih, langsir, baju, and all that. So tak ada, we terus, kita punya manpower terus turun.
Jadi bila sebut tentang perkara ni kan, sejak 28 years ago, semua bisnes ada ups and downs kan. I'm very sure you face your storm kan. Let's talk about, has the business ever failed or about to fail before?
I think I'm very prudent lah in that sense. Whatever
I can
do.
tell. Okay, just kidding.
Yes. So the challenges we face normally is external factor. For example, macam SARS that happened, that kind of thing. So we supply to hotels, restaurant, caterers and all that. So imagine tourist doesn't come in, our business pun drop. So much so that we have to get the staff to go on a 2 weeks leave and all that. I think it was very sad because we cannot produce because it's not moving kan. And we also on our part also, when we notice macam customer lah that lambat bayar and everything, we have no choice, but we have to tell them that we cannot continue giving them credit. Okay, this is sometimes what affects business owners is not being able to say no.
But you see, you minta duit pada you punya long term punya pelanggan, you minta duit, dia kata aku tak ada duit, then you press for it. Will it affect your relationship?
It does affect, but sometimes we have to say that you must understand also for us, kita beli daging, kita beli barang-barang, kita pun kena bayar kita punya supplier and all that. So we try to get them to understand this lah. People will always be angry when you ask them for money.
Yeah,
naturally kan. If we have been kind, we have dragged it as best as possible, but I think we certainly appreciate if you also can help us lah.
If they don't,
then we have no choice lah.
Dalam erti kata lain lah, all this nice sweetness that I see, kindness that you portray, garang jugalah.
No choice, because at the end of the day it's a company, kan?
So garangilah.
Terpaksalah. Terpaksalah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the sacrifices that you have done for the business? Maknanya Samsiah untuk Jumain Sataysfaction dulu.
I think family lah. Family have to take a back seat when we first started kan. Sebab I think most of my time is like focus on the business. When the kids were young.
How old were they?
My eldest was born in 1998, so it's like after 3-4 years after the business kan started, and for him also, he practically grow up in the car. Sebab I also have to do sales. Jadi nanti kalau I have a meeting, then he practically stay in the car lah with my husband. You see? And so then I'll bring him to the factory.
This is your husband's family business, but you did it when you first got married, no babies, then had a child, then the husband take care of the child, you go out, do business, all in the name of Jumain Sataysfaction.
Yeah.
Penat tak?
Penat lah. But I always believe that if you want to succeed, you got to put in the effort.
Okay, I know, but you see, when you talk about business, it's a natural punya obligation. First, the business must do well, correct? The business must make money. Satay mesti terjual. But anak-anak pun, you cannot rely totally on husband punya capacity. Mesti nak kena ada mak. I'm very certain during that time, baby ada breastfeeding.
Oh yeah.
Right? Jadi, motherhood is a full-time job, but you also have a full-time job. What are the things that you have to give up?
Okay, first of all, I have to thank also lah my mother-in-law, my mother, my family. They did help out. Somehow, sometimes I say I'm a bad mother lah because kadang-kadang I lupa. I ingat budak-budak ni kan, dah exam, kenapa tak belajar exam kan? Then when you ask, right, you're not, tak belajar ke? Oh, finish it. Habis exam. That's how it gets. But from young, I think there are times when we have to work 24/7 at the factory, and my mother-in-law, will bring the kids to the factory, to let us see them, or actually maybe to say, hey, these are your parents, don't forget.
Jadi itu masa orang muda kan, but the business keep on going and keep on expanding for you, right? How do you manage your teenagers then?
Okay, one of the things that I plan I said that when my eldest sit for his PSLE, I should be able to also work from home. Should have an office at home.
I see.
Okay, so by that time, I more or less stable. Alhamdulillah, no.
So you're planning for work from home ni even before COVID starts, lama dah start.
Yeah.
Terror lah,
Yeah.
Very visionary.
Because kalau if I'm stuck at that role of cooking, of cutting, of itu, I think the business will not go
So
far.
you handed over to working staff lah.
To working staff. Because tak boleh lah. When I first started, I do everything, not just satay actually. Because to supplement the income, whatever that they require, I buat. You nak sambal tumis, you nak acar, you nak itu, I buat. Because I supply to the hotel. Jadi nanti kadang-kadang hotel cakap, I nak sambal belacan, I nak sambal balado, this kind of thing. I say, okay, I do. Satu orang, yeah.
Terror lah. So, I want to ask... Semangat. Which I must learn from you. Jadi, when you have gone through the ups and downs, are there like best moment, masa-masa yang bersinar, the shining moments in your business?
I've always actually enjoyed the process. Sebab as an entrepreneur, I get to learn many things. I got to do many things. Satay goreng. Okay, this satay goreng is because kita bila hari raya, kita tukang cucuk tak ramai. So we selling them this satay yang
This
tak ada
concept.
cucuk, tak ada lidi. Bila kita cakap dengan orang, kita jual satay goreng kan, orang think only of the satay with the stick you goreng. Tapi for us, is without the stick, you just pan fry. So
you came up with that concept lah.
oh yeah, because kita tak ada tukang cucuk. Jadi kita when we start advertising, nanti people will call, ni satay goreng ni apa nak? So we have to explain, cik, this satay goreng tak ada lidi, cik goreng aja.
The business came about because there's no manpower.
Because no manpower lah.
Baru saya tahu hari ini, ini satay goreng datang daripada satu akak yang saya kenal ya. Gitu kan? Now, Jumain Sataysfaction, what have you given back to the community?
One thing my mother-in-law always teach us, kau mesti derma.
Okay.
Yes. Whatever it is, when I start business, she always stress. Example, kadang-kadang the thing that you have to pay like $30,000 you kena bayar daging apa-apa. Tapi the money that comes in monthly is 20,000.
Yeah.
Tapi imagine macam mana aku bayar hutang ni, macam mana?
So there is a deficit, right?
Yes,
And
supposedly lah kan. Tapi tak. we still be able to carry on. Macam, so sometimes you think, is it because of the derma you get barakah? You know, that kind of thing.
It's like the more you give, the more you get.
Yeah.
Okay. Bagus lah rezeki.
Alhamdulillah.
Bagus buat
Alhamdulillah,
untuk you.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay. Looking at you, you're so driven now. So can you share with us what is your working culture in the company?
I always stress lah to my team cakap whatever that you want to do, you make sure you do it well, kan? And to me, I cakap I always try to lead by example. I say if I need to clean, I clean. You know, macam toilet kotor, if I need to clean, I clean lah.
The boss clean.
Yalah.
So hands on.
Have to.
Some bosses tak pegang benda-benda ni semua.
Taklah.
So you have to lead by example.
Have to lead by example. But I always tell them like macam I cakap maybe you may not be with me for a long time ke apa. Although I wish they'll stay with me a long time Tapi I cakap whatever that you do, you must give your 110%.
Okay, but then again, if we are all human beings, right? Not everybody can give the same output like you do. How do you motivate them? Kalau tak boleh juga, you buat apa? Like you want, let's say, okay, please give me 100%. They give you 30%, 40%. What do you do with these workers?
I always say, kalau dia tak pandai, kita boleh ajar tau. Tapi kalau yang degil, ni susah. Degil ni kita susah. Walaupun dia bijak laksamana, susah. Kan? Jadi kalau macam, walaupun dia tak pandai, kita ajar pelan-pelan.
Okay.
They, you know, there are staff susah like that. It takes a longer time, you know, for them to process things and all that. Because kita pun also take in staff that are special.
Oh, yeah. I've heard about that.
Yeah. So we
Nak kena banyak sabar lah.
Banyak sabar lah. So we understand the situation. So we only give them tasks that's repetitive so that they excel at that part, you know. So we also on our part, we cannot expect them to be doing something which require more independent thinking.
Do you open up the doors for them to climb up the ladder to, you know, jadi ketua, jadi supervisor, kemudian jadi manager dan sebagainya?
Their level, there's different things lah. Yeah.
Okay.
There are those who can, there are those who cannot. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just so glad that you actually hired them lah. Sejuk hati saya dengar ni. Now, how far have you gone to expand the business?
Simply put, in 1994 when we started, it's a 600 square feet factory. And right now we are at about close to 14,000 square feet of factory.
Oh, that's huge. Wow.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah.
How many countries have you exported the satay?
About 5 countries. Yeah. So we even supply to the Disneyland in Hong Kong.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So halal lah.
Halal, they have, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then let's not talk about your money. Let's talk about the amount of meat that you have to clear monthly for the business.
So basically, okay, we have 5 skewering machine.
Each machine can produce how many?
So if we run full course, itu 5 machines kan, we can go up to 80,000 sticks per day.
Per day. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me do my math.
So basically, we also have we call it senior citizen corner.
Okay.
Because I do have staffs who has been working with me since 2001. Diorang skewer their own target.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Interesting. Then knowing that there's so much money being made in terms of revenue, there's so much businesses going on in a day. I don't see you behaving so ostentatiously. Dia tak pakai bag mahal, dia tak action. So how do you keep that humility? Very humble.
I think just me lah. People who knows me, they know that's the way I am. And also one of the things I tell my very close friend, I say that, if you ever see me lah, terkehil sikit macam gini, can you sepak sikit? Can you just like?
So you have friends who actually remind you. Are you surrounded by positive energy? Kawan-kawan yang bilang, jangan buat ini.
Alhamdulillah, I have friends who are like that. Tak ramai lah. I can just count just a few, but they are people who I've known for a very long time.
So they will tell you the way it is,
The way it is.
Now, every businesses that anyone start, they would want to make it big, they want to make it international, they want to make as much money as possible. I'm very sure that you have your own vision for your business. Now, Jumain Sataysfaction 5 years from now ni apa?
For us, it's always been to bring the this Malay traditional street food overseas to showcase this. And I've always also tell people that, you know, if you have a good recipe, you know, your heritage, try to bring it out there, you know, kind of thing. So for us, if we cannot bring out the satay, because certain countries there are export requirement, kan, you cannot bring in meat and all that, so we'll give you the rempah.
Oh, okay.
So
you make your
you
own.
make yourself, because we do have like customers who are franchise chain, and they have satay in their recipe, in their menu lah. So we cannot send them the satay, but we can give them the premix, the marinade, and you make them
So
yourself.
that's another side business of what satay is all about.
Yeah, and it to us is like, okay, what is the issue that you have? What is the problem that you have? And we'll try to help you find a solution for that.
That's clever business lah. Nampak macam tolong lah, you know.
Because for us, it's always been the way we do our sales also. Okay, one of our customers, like Harris Bar is one of our customers lah. One of it is Hooters. Hooters is a franchise, American franchise down there. From the time that they start here in Singapore, we are able to get our satay in their menu.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, and from this satay is like people thought, hawker punya itu. So my mindset from the very beginning, satay is not just hawker punya food and all that. There are many ways of showcasing it. And from very beginning kita cakap, okay, maybe they were selling Western food. Some people, when you approach them, kan, oh, we sell Western, we don't sell Asian. Satay is Asian, so we say you can still sell them. You know, pair it with French fries. You know, from the very beginning, we have showed them. Okay, you can also serve it in hot plate. You know, that kind of thing, sizzling satay. Yes.
Okay. Now, as Samsiah Suliman, as someone who runs the business, what is the legacy that you want to leave behind?
Okay, like right now, I think my son is helping me also. So he'll be the 4th gen lah. I have been trying to impart as much as possible. I told him that you must stick to this recipe, don't do any shortcut, whatever it is, so that the punya taste throughout the years, walaupun in the future will always taste sama juga. Jangan lari daripada tu. And also when we give back to community lah. And that is also important for me. Because I always tell him, no, dalam rezeki kita ada rezeki orang lain. So even if I'm gone, you must always make sure that there is a portion that you give. These are the things that I stress a lot. Of course, we want to make sure that you always take care of the family, of kita punya pekerja semua. Because at the end of the day, without them, you're nothing.
What I learned from you today, dalam rezeki kita tu ada rezeki orang lain.
Yes,
I think
definitely.
that's very heartwarming. Dengar pun sejuk. I'm very sure if there's someone who's watching this, hopefully many, then they look at you and say, oh, I also know about business. What would be your advice to budding entrepreneurs?
They must understand that doing your own business involves a lot of hard work. Are you ready for it? Are you ready to give your heart, your soul, your time
110%.
110% to the business. If you think that you're going to be like, oh, I want to be in there because I want to, it looks glamorous lah as a business owner.
Glamorous tak? She looks so simple, but yeah, she's very, very driven.
No, but there are people I met, sadly lah, who wants that glam part. You see, but it is not. It involves a lot of hard work. If you're willing to do that, then inshallah you'll be successful. But if you think just like in name only, I'm going to do this.
They think boleh main-main lah.
Boleh main-main. Or if you think that, oh, I can have that lifestyle that I want, you know.
Just to sit down pretty.
Just to sit down pretty, very difficult lah. If you want to just have a mediocre business, then you give in mediocre work lah.
Good, true. Very true. Banyak yang kami belajar dengan Samsiah, dengan cara tak sengaja ni. Banyak ilham yang saya dapat. But that's the end of Keep It Coming, Rags to Riches. Dan our prayers for Jumain Sataysfaction, our prayers for Samsiah Suliman, and continue to inspire us.
Thank you very much.
That's all we have for Keep It Coming, Rags to Riches. Thank you. If you enjoy our content, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for notifications.